The Dorian mode can be thought of as just a scale that's starting on the second note of the major scale. So in this example we're in C major, and then instead of starting on the Do, we'll start on the Re and finish on the Re as well. And it sounds like this. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. When we're writing this on the stave, we need to find the key signature that belongs to the first note. Because if we're writing out D Dorian in this example, we won't have the key signature of D major. So we need to find the first note, because D, because it's a Dorian scale, is the second note of a major scale, okay, if we're making a mode. So the first note will always be one tone below whatever Dorian scale you're trying to write. So in this case, D, one tone below to find our major key, 1, 2. 2 semitones. 2 semitones equals a tone. So we've got our key of C major. So that's nice and easy. We don't need to add anything to the key, and we start on D and just go straight up to D again. And there's our D Dorian scale. Let's do one more example. Say we are going to start on a G. We're going to write out the G Dorian scale. First of all, we need to find the major key, so the first note of that major scale, and that will be a tone below G. So let's count 2 semitones back to make the tone. 1, 2. So we're in the key of F major. F major has 1 flat, because we turn to the left, and it's a B flat. So we just write in that. Too easy. So we've got the key signature of F major, and there's our F. But we don't need the F, we want to start on the second note, because we're writing G Dorian. So we just go straight on up from G to G. And there's our G Dorian scale. The other way of thinking about a Dorian scale is just as a natural minor scale, but the only difference is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th note is raised instead of a fa to a fi, so it's raised up 1 semitone, and it sounds like this. La, ti, do, re, mi, fi, sol, la. The reason why some think of Dorian scales like this is because of this interval here. The first note and the third note of the scale are 1, 2, 3 semitones, or a minor third, which gives the mode a certain minor characteristic. And so that's why the first solfa that is used in this way of thinking is a La rather than a Do. If we're using this method of understanding, and we're writing it on the stave, let's use the example of A Dorian. All we need to do is write out an A natural minor and then raise the 6th note. So A natural minor, if we look at our key wheel, won't have any flats or sharps, none at all. So we don't need to put anything in the key signature, and we can just go straight up the scale. And then on the La, ti, do, re, mi, on the 6th note, the fa needs to be made a fi. and that is the A Dorian scale. But this is very important. With all types of modes, unlike harmonic minors, melodic minors, you can't leave accidentals in the key signature. They must be put, you can't leave them in the scale. They must be put in the key signature like so. So because we have this F sharp here, because we're creating a mode, we must put all the accidentals in the key signature. Otherwise, the scale has been written incorrectly. Let's do one more example. This time, instead of an A Dorian, we're going to make a B flat Dorian. So a bit more of a tricky one. So we need to figure out B flat natural minor's key signature. So we count from A minor, our reference point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns anti-clockwise means we'll have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. So let's put them in the key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. We can write out our natural minor by starting on a B and going all the way up to the next B. So that is B natural minor, but we're not finished yet. We have to put the Fi, the raised sixth, in. So let's do that now. La, ti, do, re, mi, fi. So this G needs to be a G natural. Now that's cancelling out this G flat here. So instead of putting a natural in the key signature, what we're going to do, because we can't leave any accidentals on the scale when we're writing modes, is we're going to get rid of that natural and have it cancel out this flat here. And then that is B flat Dorian scale.